Before spring even begins, there is a quiet opportunity that many gardeners overlook, preparing the soil long before a single seed touches the ground. This approach is based on creating planting holes in advance, allowing them to slowly turn into nutrient-rich pockets beneath the surface. By the time planting season arrives, these pockets function like underground pantries, steadily feeding plants and noticeably improving overall growth and yield. The process starts by cleaning the area where you plan to grow. Remove weeds, old plant debris, stones, or anything else that might interfere with digging or the movement of nutrients through the soil. A clean surface makes the work easier and ensures that nutrients move downward into the soil rather than spreading sideways toward competing roots. After cleaning, mark your planting spots carefully. This step plays a major role in long-term success. Proper spacing allows each plant to develop a strong root system without competition. Whether you are gardening in open ground, raised beds, or containers, mark each spot according to the mature size of the crop. Good spacing improves airflow, reduces disease risk, and ensures that each plant can fully access the nutrients stored beneath it. Next, dig deep and generous holes at each marked point. These holes should be larger and deeper than standard planting holes because they are designed to become long-term feeding zones, not just spaces to hold seedlings. Deeper holes encourage roots to grow downward, helping plants become more resistant to heat, drought, and wind as the season progresses. Fill these holes with fruit and vegetable peels such as banana skins, apple scraps, potato peels, and other plant-based kitchen waste. These materials are rich in minerals, natural sugars, and organic compounds. When buried deep, they break down slowly and feed beneficial microbes and earthworms. These organisms convert raw organic matter into nutrients that plant roots can absorb. Because the waste is buried, it does not create bad odors or attract pests. An important addition comes next: crushed charcoal. The charcoal must be crushed rather than left in large pieces. Crushing increases surface area and allows the charcoal to interact more effectively with the soil. Its tiny pores act like sponges, holding nutrients, moisture, and beneficial microorganisms. Over time, these nutrients are released slowly instead of being washed away by rain or irrigation. Large chunks of charcoal cannot provide these benefits efficiently and simply take up space. After adding the charcoal, cover everything with a layer of fully or partially decomposed manure or compost. This layer helps transition between raw organic waste and the surrounding soil. Even if the compost or manure is not completely broken down, it poses no risk because planting will happen later. By spring, microbial activity will finish the decomposition process, transforming rough materials into dark, fertile, living soil. This waiting period is not wasted time. Beneath the surface, bacteria and fungi are actively working. Heat generated during decomposition helps reduce harmful pathogens, while beneficial organisms multiply. Soil structure improves as organic matter binds particles together, increasing aeration and water-holding capacity. When planting time arrives, roots grow directly into this prepared zone and immediately access a steady, well-balanced supply of nutrients. One of the greatest advantages of this method is efficiency. Instead of fertilizing an entire bed and losing nutrients to runoff or evaporation, fertility is concentrated exactly where plants will grow. This reduces waste, lowers input costs, and leads to stronger, more productive plants. By preparing planting holes in advance, you are doing more than feeding plants. You are building a living system beneath the soil. When spring arrives, you will not be starting from bare ground, but planting into soil that is already active, balanced, and fully prepared.